and welcome to the Geek Legion of Doom, and this is going to be my February update for Blu-rays, 4K, and the like. And to be honest, I didn't think it was going to be a huge month, but I absolutely picked up some humdinger bargains this month. And I also have, and I'm going to show you at the end, a big ticket item. Oh yes. There is quite a lot of Marvel stuff to go through. But we'll go through a couple of non-Marvel things first. The first one being, obviously, Dario Argento's Suspiria. And this is a metal pack that I believe was originally made as part of kind of an Indiegogo campaign. And, you know, I actually kind of I had my eye on this kind of metal pack. So it's technically similar to a steelbook, but not quite, for some time. But generally speaking, it went for a lot of money. I didn't want to kind of pay mega bucks for it. They're all numbered on the end there, and it's nice and embossed. I think there's three or four discs in it, as I remember. And yeah, I actually found this for I think £25, including shipping. So I thought that was an absolute kind of steal. So I had to pick that one up, and it's one I've been after for quite a long time. And it is this specific edition that I kind of wanted. Real nice heavy edition, and yeah, well pleased to pick this up. But the bargains don't stop there. Next up we have another metal pack and another horror, and this is Eden Lake. You know, sometimes you get asked, what's the scariest horror film you've ever seen? I'm thinking, this is the scariest horror film I've seen, because it's so kind of like close to a reality that could exist. If you've not seen it, I would highly recommend it. It's got Michael Fassbender in it before he sort of became more well known. And this is a European metal pack. And it's interesting because the metal packs are slightly smaller than the steelbooks because they kind of wobble around in these packs here. So this one again is a bargain, and this one, do you know what? I've seen it kind of on eBay a few times for, you know, £100, something like that. I got it for £10. It was on auction and like on eBay, and I thought I'm gonna have to just get like right at the last minute. I'm gonna have to like put in like a big bid, and I was the only one to bid on it. £10, the opening bid, got it, and I was like, haha, very nice. So yeah, absolute bargain on that one. So that is Eden Lake. Next up, we have the original Black Widow steelbook. This is the standard release kind of steelbook, and you may be thinking, oh, that's a little late for me to kind of get that. To be honest with you, I've kind of gone off pre-ordering these kind of these newest like first release steelbooks, because they always tend to make quite a lot of them. And I thought, do you know what, I'm not gonna, because I keep doing it and I keep pre-ordering the new release, and I end up paying like full price, and they end up kind of going down in price. So I thought I would just hang on and see if I can get it for cheaper. And sure enough, Zavvi have recently done a kind of a 30% off specific steelbooks, and I got this one. So it was just over £20. So that was that was good for me to pick it up. And I'm going to do the same thing with Eternals, because I didn't really like the Eternals movie, to be honest with you. But I'm a completionist, so I had to get this steelbook. But I will wait and see if I can kind of get it for cheaper. However, that doesn't always work, because I did the same thing with ShangChi and it sold out. So I ended up having to get this on eBay, and I kind of paid what it would have been new. So I kind of got this for kind of the same as it would have gone for a new one. But there you go. It is silver, but it has a split in the sill. But whatever, it's fine. So yeah, so my plan doesn't always work, and this ShangChi was an example of where it didn't. But there you go. So ShangChi, I've not been a huge fan of the Marvel Phase 4 as of to be honest with you, as of much, with the exception of the new Spider-Man film, and the Disney Plus shows, they're kind of okay. But the movies so far have been a little lackluster, with the exception of Spider-Man. Out of the Eternals, Black Widow and Shang-Chi, I would say this is probably the strongest out of those three. But even so, I still don't think it's particularly kind of a memorable film. Next up, we have Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and this is the Mondo release of the Steelbook. And this one came today, the day of filming this, on Friday. So this to date is still my favourite Marvel film, and I think it's probably the easiest Marvel film to kind of watch if you're a non-superhero fan, because it plays more like a kind of a straight action film and really dials back on the superhero elements of it. And there's been quite a lot of Steelbooks. I'm not amazingly keen on the artwork for this, to be honest with you, because I think the Winter Soldier's sort of shoulder looks really awkward in that one. I don't think it's I mean, Cap looks okay, but yeah, the Winter Soldier, his kind of shoulder looks in a very odd position there. Doesn't really look anatomically correct, to be honest with you. So I've got the majority of the Mondo one. There's still a couple more to be released, and I'm gonna use a discount code on some of the other ones I was less fussed on, and I'll probably pick them up next month. So this one has a little bit of a backstory. So this Iron Man Trilogy Steelbook was like the one Steelbook that I needed to essentially complete my Marvel collection for the non-premium ones, at least of the older, the older kind of releases. And last month I missed out on it, as I mentioned on my last kind of collection video. I missed out on it because my internet connection went down. So I was like a bit frustrated, because this one, to be honest with you, it's a really boring looking Steelbook. So I was really begrudging having to pay kind of quite a lot of money for it, because this one goes for sort of £50 plus, but I thought it's such a boring looking Steelbook. I really don't want to kind of have to pay all that much money for it, because it just, I'm getting it to fill the gap, so to speak. But I was lucky enough to pick this up on a Facebook group for kind of about the same price as the eBay one I missed out on, so it was just kind of like £25 or something. So yeah, I was happy to kind of pay that. That was kind of more along the lines of what I was happy to pay. But yeah, it is kind of like one of the most boring looking Steelbooks I think you can possibly get there. But that is now essentially mine, at least the ones I know exists. The entirety of them, at least the non-premium Marvel Steelbooks I have are complete, outside of a couple of the new Mondo ones and that. And that includes this also new release, and this is the Punisher 2004, and this is an American Blu-ray Steelbook from Best Buy, and they seem to kind of have a little kind of range now, which comes with these PET plastic kind of sleeves, which have kind of print on them that kind of amplify the kind of the image on there. So this is a nice looking kind of Steelbook. I would say this is probably the best film out of the three Punisher movies, but it's not my favourite Punisher film, if that makes sense. Technically speaking, it's the most complex plot, but I actually prefer the Dolph Lundgren ones are my favourites, to be honest, even though that's kind of maybe the least like the actual Punisher in a way. Anyway, so there you go. That is the Punisher Best Buy American Steelbook, looking swanky. Okay, and then we come on to the one kind of premium edition I got this month, and this is not the big ticket item, that is next. And this is the FAC Fantastic Four, or Fan 4 stick as it's sometimes called, with a lenticulous slipcase. And again, I didn't want to pay a huge amount of money for this one. It is one of the numbered editions, and I think I got it for £25. So I thought that was pretty good. The premium steelbooks, they all have the same basic steelbook as the kind of the general release, so you're really only paying for the slipcase. So it's not something I wanted to pay a load of money for. And the ShangChi did one, same sort of thing, and I was like, I think I'll get this one for now. Anyway, so that is the Fantastic Four Film Arena steelbook. And then we have my big ticket item. So let's see if I can have to pull the camera back a little bit here. So this is the Marvel Phase 2 box set that has a replica of the Infinity Stone that was seen in the Guardians of the Galaxy film, and it's this one again, a bargain that we're talking about here. When this sort of came out, I kind of wanted it, but it was just like it was quite a lot of money because it's an American only release. You know, you're talking import duty, so it's quite a lot of shipping, and I just couldn't justify it, to be honest with you, because I've got these films about 20 times each. Let's call a spade here, and then it was just silly expensive every time, and I keep an eye out for it every so often, and I found this one which is sealed, so brand new, I mean, it wasn't like peanuts, but it was cheap for what it is. Let me put it like that. And you've got the Phase 2 collection, which includes Iron Man 3, Thor the Dark World, Captain America the Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel's Age of Ultron, and Ant-Man. This is probably my favourite phase, although it probably has the weakest Avengers film in there. And that's the image of the the artifact, and you've got the Infinity Stone in the middle there, and it all kind of lights up and everything. I already have the first one, which is the kind of the briefcase, and they didn't do any subsequent ones after this. They just did the kind of the complete Infinity Saga, which, to be honest, I think is kind of quite boring for the price, to be honest. But I like this one because you do have that life-size replica of kind of the the MacGuffin, so to speak, from the Guardians of the Galaxy. So yeah, that is my my big ticket item, something I've wanted for a long time, but I've kind of put off buying because I didn't want to spend mega bucks on it. So I'm pretty happy with my haul this month. I did not think I would be picking up a lot of this stuff, and there you go. Thanks for watching. What did you think? Please consider subscribing if you haven't already done so, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.